Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. It's the Rico Report. Folks, welcome back to another edition. It's a lot better to come back after a nice victory. You guys remember week one? Week one wasn't fun. We were talking about all the things that we missed opportunities, what we should do, what we can't do, what's up with Josh. It's just nice to just come back and bring the defense, something that we've been all asking for. And right now we are reminiscent of the 2019 defense, and it's looking fabulous. I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about how our defense is playing. So, folks, we got a packed show today. We got lots to uncover, lots to talk about. Welcome to the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. If you guys are tuned in for the very first time, welcome. Smash that like as you guys enter the room. It's going to be a fun show, man. It's going to be a fun show. If you are a Dolphins fan and you happen to be in the room, I am sorry. I'm sorry you have a sorry-ass quarterback. I'm sorry that your performance was sorry. That's just the only way I can put it. Sorry-ass performance, you know what I'm saying, with a sorry-ass team. I mean, you guys will get it together. I'm sure you guys will get it together, but it wasn't your time. It was not your time this past Sunday. So, folks, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. Appreciate your time, and let's get right into it. If you guys are living under a rock, we flamed and seasoned well fish on Sunday. And, Rico, it's a mammal. I don't care. It's in the water. It's fish. All right. That's what I look at it. And we seasoned it very good. It was tasty. I think all Bills fans had a great serving of it. So it's nice, man. It's nice. It's nice to be like my man Randy Bobandy saying. He says, best in the business, yes, and we are back in business. We are definitely back in business as where we should be. Talk of the town right now. And the Dolphins helped. They helped. They were very hyped. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to make sure that, they made a statement because they beat the Patriots. The Patriots are not the same Patriots as of old. Sorry, they're just not. Mac Jones may give you, a resemblance of Tom Brady, but he ain't no Tom Brady. Ain't nobody Tom Brady out here. You feel me? So if you're thinking if you're a Dolphins fan and you felt that because you guys squeaked away luckily with a 1-point win and you guys thought, okay, we've arrived, we've made it. Well, we just set you right back to reality. Back to reality, back to reality, back to life. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to get. That's what we did for you guys. So if you guys have Dolphins fans, put a hand on their shoulder. Bring them in tight. And give them a noogie and say, you get out of here, little brother. You're not part. You can't be at the table with us, man. It'll start it over next time. Folks, welcome to the Rico Report, man. We're going to get right into it, man. We got some news to share with y'all. So if you guys have not heard, the Bills have worked out a couple players. They've worked out a couple players that I guess some folks are wondering, like, well, why are we working these players out? What's going on? Sometimes you just got to do your due diligence. You got to look to see what's going on, who's available, how do we improve this team? And that's exactly what the Bills are doing right now. So jump all over that. So we've got Quinton Dunbar, former Lion DB, not a bad DB, former Washington football team DB as well. He's we're looking at him, but it is what it is. It's just we're looking at him now. Most folks are probably like, okay, who's Quinton Dunbar? What are we talking about? What? Just a veteran guy that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But does it send a message to our DB room and the not message like get your act together? Is there something going on? Is someone hurt? Are we not satisfied who we have in the DB room? I think it's more of a precaution. If somebody goes down, we have someone in the backup reins of, we could bring in Dunbar, but it's just merely us looking at him. We've also worked out safety Demarius Randall. So Demarius Randall has we looked into him and we could be bringing some safety depth, but I can't see that going anywhere because we do have some nice players on our squad right now. when it comes to protection. We've protected some players. Again, it's a weekly thing where the Bills have 4 players that they can protect from the practice squad, and they've chosen 3 because one that they normally protect has been signed. Now, before we get into that, we have protected safety Josh Thomas. I know folks were hoping that he was going to make the squad, but just didn't make it out. Jamil Douglas, O-line, he's been protected by the Buffalo Bills, so they must see something promising in the young lineman. And last but not least, the UB product, Cam Lewis. Cam Lewis has been protected, so nobody can come here and be swiper. You know what I'm saying? Swiper not swiping. So yeah, Swiper is not going to be swiping anybody on our squad. But Swiper did come in and take Jack Anderson. So for those that don't know, Jack Anderson was mini Richie Incognito that everybody was really excited about. But Jack has been signed by the Eagles. The Eagles have now signed him to their active roster. So good for Jack. Good for Jack. He wasn't good enough to make our 53. But good enough for the Eagles. I guess some Eagles are depleted at the guard position, and decided to scoop up some players off the Bills. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing when players are looking at our team, right? Because we've got some talented guys on the squad. We had to trade away, you know what I'm saying, one of our DJ. Well, we traded away Daryl Johnson to the Panthers because we got talent on the squad, man. And it's just indicative of the product that we put on the field. So shout out to Jack Anderson. So he's out there with the Eagles, and we are where we are, man. So let's recap this game, man. Let's recap this game for Bills fans that probably missed it, or Bills fans that, you know what I'm saying, don't rewatch these games. Guys, this previous game was a Kickstarter, I think, at least for the defensive side of the ball. Because if you look closely to how we took care of business, it started in the trenches, right? We lost in the trenches last week against the Steelers. We got dominated on the defensive side of the ball, and we got dominated on the offensive side of the ball in the trenches, right? We didn't get to the quarterback, and we certainly were getting pushed around as old linemen, holding penalties here, and we're getting beat around for sacks. I mean, it just wasn't good. This was a fresh restart, right? A recharge, if you will. And I think that loss woke us up to say, whoa, we cannot go into the season 0-2. And I think it was prevalent on everyone's mind. Fam, we can't A, lose to an AFC conference team, and then B, lose to an AFC East division foe, and then we're now 0-2. Fam, we can't do that. So they came out and showed out, did what they were supposed to do, and handled business. That's how it should be, right? But more specifically, this defense is charged up. This defense is charged up, man. If you guys didn't realize what we did to that O-line, we dismantled that young O-line, man. There just were no match. I tried to tell Dolphins fans and Dolphins content creators that your O-line is going to be no match for the pressure that is going to be coming your way. But nope, they didn't want to believe it. So guess what? I got a t-shirt just for you. If you guys see this right here, if your wifey watches the game with you and she was loving all the excitement of getting after that quarterback, this shirt is for you or for wifey. She loves the big sacks and that Buffalo D, because that Buffalo D was all up in them guts, all up in them guts, in them Miami guts. So, folks, it was a good day, man. It was a good day. Now, are we without flaws? There were some things that we can clean up for sure, and we'll definitely get into that. But this was a good game, man. This was a good game to just get back and get going. Now, there's a I don't want to call it a narrative per se, but I'll go with it. There's a narrative out there. I'm not a fan of this narrative that's out there right now. Hold on, folks. I gotta make sure that this thing is tight as hell. So there's a narrative out there that because the let me see if I can put this right. Bills fans aren't allowed to complain about the win. Why are we complaining when we put up 35 points? That's what's happening right now. And Bills fans are being put to shame because some folks are a little more critical of this team. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with that. I think both narratives can be correct. You can enjoy a win, but still be critical of how we won. Honestly, like I don't see this. Oh, you guys should like. How are you guys going to complain when we put up 35 points? What's your point? Was it a flawless game? If you looked at this game, can you tell me this game was flawless? Defensively, we did well, extremely well. They were closer to flawless than anything. They gave us field position, taking the ball away, making these guys go 3 and out. They were awful on third downs. Our defense came to play, but I'd be damned if some people tell me, oh, stop complaining about a 35-point game and that we won and you still complain. Man, shut the hell up, man. I love this team just as much as you guys love it, but I see some flaws that we have because when we face a team that is going to bring it, just like we brought it to the Dolphins, this is when you're going to be asking for the offense to show the hell up, right? If we don't give you field position, if we don't give you turnovers and so on and so forth, fam. Oh, well, you can't talk about that because we put. Come on, man. If let's. I mean, we're going to get into it, but I'd be damned if people tell me I'm not allowed. Oh, you guys should shut your ass up because we won by 35 points, and we should have won by more. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there for y'all. But anyway, I digress. I'll get into it a little bit more afterwards. But I do want to talk about how this defense really came to play, right? Because we can sit on offense, we can talk about offense because some really good things happen on offense. But this defense was really getting after it. AJ Epinesa, what a come up. You go from being drafted in the second round, our first pick, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have a first pick. So we went from being a team that needed some pass rush. We went and grabbed Epinesa, where most people are like, oh, we grabbed Epinesa? Okay. Right? And then when we saw Epinesa on his sitting on the team and being inactive and this, that, and the third, we're like, man, we wasted that pick, man. I even remember this offseason when Julio Jones fiasco was happening. I was like ready to give up, you know what I'm saying? Epinesa, yo, give up that young boy, man. Maybe he'll be better over there. We'll bring Julio Jones and we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? How times have changed. How times have definitely changed. But I will say this. AJ Epinesa was extremely refreshing to watch against the Dolphins. Man, his hand placements, his swim moves, his rip moves, him batting the hands down. Like, I've never, like, you always hear about in training camp or during the draft process, when these guys are at the combine and hand placement and doing all this stuff. It was on full display with AJ Epinesa. There was a Chris Trapezo. I think I'm butchering his name, but I think it's Trapezo. Had a little video clip, many clips of AJ Epinesa and the barrage of moves that he had: bull rush, rip, swim, inside move, bat down, double hand bat down. This guy was unreal. So I got to give it up to AJ Epinesa, man. That boy. The future is bright for that boy on this team. I will tell you that. Another thing that stands out to me from this defense is the sideline to sideline blitz down the middle of Matt Milano. Man, Matt Milano came to play. This past Sunday. I swear, we are just a bad matchup for Miami. We're just a bad matchup. We are one Charles Clay drop from being, you know what I'm saying, undefeated against the Dolphins since Josh Allen came through. And if I'm incorrect on that, please check me. But we are, that's what it was. Charles Clay's drop in the end zone, and we be that dude. We be that team. They just don't match up well against us. And they're not going to match up well against us for some time now until they find someone that can really embrace that quarterback position and really get some protection at the line. Fam, just not good. Not good for them. Great for us. Not good for them. So when you have guys like AJ Epinesa coming through, you have young guys like Ed Oliver. That was a menace. Guys, Ed Oliver was a problem. Like, this defensive front, we really meant it when we went back to back. I'm not the biggest fan of the back to back defensive line. I think we had some bigger needs maybe at corner. But I'm just saying, man, this was refreshing to see. Definitely refreshing to see. Shout out to my guy John Herring says, how about this? The team is so good that we show we can win subpar QB play. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're gonna get into that, John Herring. John Herring, we're gonna get into that because a lot of folks want to talk about a lot of folks don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, it's not a big deal. What are you guys complaining about? Blah, 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 all that bullshit. It's not bullshit. These are things that we should be really paying attention to because there's going to come a time when we need to lean on our quarterback and he's going to have to come through. It may not be in the next couple games or a few games, but it's coming soon. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's actually coming in the next few weeks. We need to be ready. But this defensive front has been great. Matt Milano has been outstanding. Sideline to sideline, in coverage, blitz packages. He knows how to blitz, man. He knows how to get to the quarterback. Dude is nice, man. He laid some lumber this game. Matt Milano was fantastic. He was great. And we hope that Edmonds can get healthy. I know that he was banged up a little bit, but we need to make sure that he comes back and have everybody healthy because this defense looked great. How about this? Bounce back by our guy, Levi Wallace. Bounce back for sure. Levi Wallace didn't have a horrible game against the Steelers, but he was definitely a liability. They found the weakness in our defense and they attacked it. Great plays from the opposition. Don't get me wrong. Deontay Johnson on that catch in the end zone, he was there. Levi Wallace was there. He even tipped the ball. It's just better play by Johnson. But the pass interferences and so on and so forth, I mean, those are the things that do happen. But Levi Wallace came back and made sure that he handled business. And by handling business, by not making the same mistakes he made last game. And it showed up with that nice turnover. Cover 3, he's got his deep thirds. Eyes are on the backfield. Eyes are on the quarterback. Jacoby Brissett didn't see it coming. Interception. Levi Wallace gives us the ball. That's the type of defense we want. Are we going to get that every week? No. Can we get that every week? With that defensive front and that pressure? Fantastic. Yes, we can. I'm not done with this O-line, man. Let's move over to the other side. Greg Rousseau. Greg Rousseau. Man, that's an impressive young man. We already know he's a smart individual. I had the pleasure, if you guys haven't seen it, I had the pleasure of interviewing Greg Rousseau this offseason. And I think you guys should go back and listen to his words now. Now that you've seen him a couple weeks now, you've seen him through preseason, go back to that interview and listen to him again and see that, oh man, this guy's going to be special. And he is. Give him some time, man. It's going to be AJ Epinesa and Greg Rousseau coming off the edge. That is impressive. That is impressive. I will say this. I got a couple more guys I got to give shout out to because this is defensive love today. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, man. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, we're something else, man. Jordan Poyer, man, that boy's nice, man. That boy can play. There's no question. He can play. Micah Hyde and this guy together, the tandem, the way they work off of each other is so key for this defense. I hope Jaquan Johnson is watching how this play. I hope DeMar Hamlin is watching how these guys play because those guys are going to be the guys that take over. So I'm hoping that they see the dynamic, they see the communication, they see how they talk, they see how they handle the huddle, they see how they handle adversity, they see all that stuff. I hope they do because that is going to be something else, man. I'll tell you. Shout out to my guy Pummer. Pummer says Matt Milano, best linebacker in the league after 2 weeks, says PFF. That's amazing to hear. Let's go Super Bowl, y'all. D-line is now elite with some hot young bloods, man. Let's go, man. That's facts, fam. Honestly, man, it's exciting to talk about this defense again. Because last year, we talked about the defense, but then the defense would let us down. But we didn't really care because we were lighting the board up. We were putting up 25, 35 points. You know what I'm saying? 56 points on the Dolphins. Like, we were putting up points on these guys, man. Number 2 scoring offense. We're struggling a little bit right now, but we'll get to it. We'll definitely get to it. So, folks, I don't want to give away all my notes today, but we're going to talk about some things today, man. So, you know what? We might as well get into it right now. Let's get into it. Now, this is where I need your help because you guys know the segment. We do the good, the bad, the ugly. What was good about this game, this previous game against the Dolphins? What was bad and what was ugly? What was straight up ugly? So let's get to it, man. Let's talk about the good. So for me, I mean, I went on a tangent just not too long ago. I mean, a positive one, but the O line was much better than the previous game. Much better. Less penalties. There was a couple holding penalties. There were some blatant holding ones. Deion Dawkins, but we actually held our own. We kept Josh pretty clean for most part of this game, and we opened up some holes in the run game. Fair. The O-line and the run game, that was nice. When you spring a Devin Singletary that's not known for his speed and he can rip it 46 yards, I'll take that all day, every day. Devin Singletary was clocked at 20.91 or something like that, 20.91 miles an hour. Fair. And you talk about him not having speed, he can't teach speed. Devin Singletary looked pretty quick to me, my guy. Devin Singletary looked pretty damn good to me. So shout out to the O-line. That was a very positive. That was a good thing that we saw from this game, right? The O-line blocking up the run. I think what do we have today? We had a total of 143 yards rushing. 143 yards rushing. I'll take that every day. If we can do that, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Here's another good. How balanced the game was. It was balanced, right? Think about it. We threw the ball 33 times, 33 attempts. We ran the rock 30 times. That is a nice balance. We usually go from, 60-40, 60-40. We were almost 50-50 on this one, man. 51-49, something like that. So a nice balance was nice to see. Nice to see this open up the run game. And really, it was a game of chess. I've been kind of saying this to some folks, man. When you think that we're going to air the ball out and you have DBs all over the field, we are going to run the rock. And this is where the O-line needed to show up. There's no way that we were going to sit here and let a whole bunch of DBs stop us from running the rock. So if you want to play, 6 DBs on the field, you want to put 7 DBs on the field, we are going to run the rock. And that's exactly what we did. And kudos to Dable that was able to take advantage of that facet of the game. We actually came out and did our job. We ran the rock, we blocked up, and we looked good doing it. So shout out to the O-line. Great job. Shout out, again, we're going to stay on the offensive side of the ball. Shout out to freaking Devin Singletary. Shout out to Zach Moss. The run game was on point. Zach Moss, after being, I guess, inactive and set aside because of game plan. I think the game plan was not to have him and activate somebody else, and we put Matt Breida in instead. I guess that experiment didn't work out as well. So it's now the Moss and Motor show, how it should have been from the start. And it looked good. 2 touchdown runs by Zach Moss, and Zach Moss absolutely blew up Elandon Roberts, number 52. Number 52 sat there with a good 8-yard run to shoot the gap. Full speed. Zach Moss gets his footwork in, moves around, hits the hole hard, shuffles up, big contact. It's like 2 Rams going at it. Boom! Only one man standing. And that was number 20. Rumbles into the end zone. Shout out to my man, Zach Moss. Zach Moss wanted to do something. And he's coming off of adversity, man. He just buried a family member maybe days prior. He's going into this game playing in front of the home crowd and home families all over there. And he came out and played. He didn't give you 100 yards rushing, but he did some bruising things. Now, there's things we got to clean up. Hold on to that football. Both young men need to hold on to that football. Devin Singletary is known to cough up the ball. So we need to hold on to that rock, because that's twice now Devin Singletary has fumbled and it's gone out of bounds. Stop that shit. Hold on to the damn football, fella. I'm not a big fan of that. Don't turn that ball over. You hold on to that shit, tuck it away. But shout out to both guys. Both young men came out and played hard. They ran the ball hard. I mean, they contributed to 143 yards, right? 82 yards for Devin Singletary and another 35 off of 5 carries for Josh Allen. And then Zach Moss came in with 26 yards. So those are your guys, man. Shout out to the run game. The run game came in and ready to roll, man. And we got to give them props. I mean, because we shit on them when they don't do what they're supposed to do. We got to give them props when they do well. Shout out to my guy, JR, Josh Richardson. What's happening, Josh? He goes, what up, Rico? Great show as always. The running game is coming together. Now it's going to be hard to stop us when J.A. throws the ball like he did last year. If he gets there. And I'm hoping he does. And we're going to get into that chatter. Right? So shout out to the O-line. Shout out to the run game. Love it. I got to give a shout out to Coach Daves. Coach Daves bounced back with his play calling from the week prior, right? A lot of people were questioning the game plan and questioning how we went about throwing 50 odd times last game, and he drastically changed up the way things are, man. He knew what we were going up against. We're going up against Byron Jones and Xavier Howard, two top cornerbacks. One is a top 5 cornerback in the league, right? So we may not need to pass the rock all day, every day. So guess what? We're going to run the rock, and you guys got to stop us. And that they did not. So 143 yards, we'll take it, right? So shout out to these guys. Let's go. Let's keep on the good, because there's a lot of good things that happen in this game. Defensive side of the ball, we shut that run game down. Not that they were going to do anything with Myles Gaskins and Malcolm Brown and Salvin Ahmed. They weren't going to do nothing. Trust and believe they weren't going to do anything. Jacoby Brissett, like, fam, nah. They ran for 3.6 yards a carry. That ain't going to cut it. That's not going to cut it in this game, right? 71 yards rushing. That's twice now we've shut down the run game for the Steelers and the run game for the Dolphins. So defense is on point. We're shutting down the run, forcing these teams to pass. And even then, they ain't doing shit. Ben Roethlisberger, we kept him under 200 yards passing. Jacoby Brissett, 169 yards passing. Tua Tagovailoa, out. Knocked his ass out of the game. You ain't coming back. Bruised ribs. You know what I'm saying? So the defense is playing lights out. Shout out to Leslie Frazier. It's got this team going. It's got this team playing well, and we're going to keep that thing going. So really a lot of good things coming from this team, and this defense played extremely well. We kept everything down. Penalties were down. I love that. So that's always a positive. We'll always take a positive in that. Special teams, man. Special teams wasn't so bad, man. We had Isaiah McKenzie took one for 20 yards on a punt return. And I liked seeing that. I think what did he do on the kick return? The kick return was my guy Isaiah McKenzie. I mean, shoot, they didn't score. So they weren't able to do much. You feel me? So shout out to our whole special teams squad, man. We shut them down, fam. We shut them down. Like, what did they do on the punt return? Like Jakeem Grant, which I like, right? Punt return, nothing. We didn't give you any room. So shout out to the defense special teams. We did that thing, man, for real. We did a damn good job. So there's probably way more good. So I'm gonna go to the chat. What do you guys look as good? Talk to me. My guy G Seal says, "Yo, Sanders is the real deal." Emmanuel Sanders, good. I like Emmanuel Sanders. I think that he's going to be a bigger part of this offense. Once Josh Allen gets it together, it's going to be nice to see him start doing what he's supposed to do as our number 2 receiver. So it's going to be nice to see him develop along with Josh. Stephon Diggs is already there. It's just a matter of them putting it together. But I'm gonna say this, man. I like what I see from Emmanuel Sanders. I'm a big fan of Emmanuel Sanders. What else do you guys think that was good, man? My man Colin says, "Yo, was defense is good, but they have been a little inconsistent." Oh, you're talking about Washington defense. Washington defense is solid. We're not going to sleep on Washington's defense. They are pretty solid, man. They got a good squad over there. My man John Harris says, "Little Dirty looking good as a returner, man." He's looking pretty damn good as a returner. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little worried on how he was going to fill the shoes of our previous kick returner in Roberts, but he's doing pretty damn good thus far, and we got to keep that up, man. We definitely got to keep that up. My man Sheldon Cole says, "Yo, Rico, I told you Knox and Diggs would score. How about that defense? Buffalo support. Let's go, man." Yo, Dawson Knox, he's picking up the phone, man. We're calling his number, and he's picking up the phone. And right now, I think he's got one drop, but not even. I think he caught the one target that we gave him. I thought he had 2 targets that game. I could be wrong. Let me look. Yeah, he had 3 targets. He had 1 drop. That's right. He had 1 drop, and he caught one for a touchdown. So, like, keep it up. Keep it up. Dawson Knox is looking pretty promising. So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that going, man, for real. John Marlowe, my guy John Marlowe says, "Yo, we gotta force Washington to suck into play action and run, and hit him with all the 5 wide and 3 wide. Knox 7 receptions, 100 yards, 2 TDs. Damn, you're making Knox go off, aren't you?" Knox next game. Okay, I got you, fam. I got you. Jason Taylor, my guy Jason Taylor says, "Yo, I don't know how to autocorrect works. It's weird. You trying to you trying to send some messages? Yo, go ahead and send that message, kid. Send that message." I see my man Joey Horn is saying, "Yo, Kansas City struggled against the run versus Baltimore. Could be our ticket to beating them. We shall see. We shall see." So, folks, really a lot of good things happen this game. A lot of good things. So, unfortunately, all good things do come to an end. We got to talk about the bad. I'm curious. What did you find that was bad in our game? What did you find that was bad in our game? Do I start it off, or should I see what you guys are talking about? By the way, Star Lotulelei, good. I didn't mention him, but he was doing good. Very good. So let's go to the bad. Shall I talk about it? Shit, we will talk about it. Josh Allen wasn't good. Now that's 2 games now. One, I can say the Steelers game, very good defense. He put up 270 yards. You know what I'm saying? 58% percentage. You know what I'm saying? We'll let it rock. That was first week. Second week, very good defensive backfield in Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. However, let's keep it real, man. If you look at Josh's numbers and how he played, he's off. Let's be real. He is off. Whether he's pressing, whether it's just we faced a very good defensive team, but Josh is off. And I'm a fan of Josh, so I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, you just hating, you don't know what you're talking about, yo, you're stupid," or whatever y'all want to talk about. Let's be real. Be effing real. When you throwing for what, 51%, that's not the Josh that we were accustomed to last year. And I'm not gonna sit there and they figured him out. No. They did not figure him out. It's a matter of execution, and he's not executing. The amount of throws that I saw him miss. Emmanuel Sanders was coming on a wide open crossing route, misses him. This is in your sleep, man. You should be hit that in your sleep, right? Stephon Diggs almost on a corner route, headed to the sideline, off, misses him. You know what I'm saying? Stephon Diggs, and it's killing me. Everybody's like, "Oh, he underthrew it on purpose." No, the fuck he didn't. I can't believe you think he's gonna underthrow purposely when he can get 6 points from Stephon Diggs. Stop it. That nonsense I've seen and reading. I can't believe I read that. I was like, nah, I'm scrolling by. I'm not even gonna get into that comment. But dude, this is something that we should be paying attention to. Yes, we won 35-0. Yes, we were 4 for 4 in the red zone. Yes, Josh Allen had 2 touchdown passes. Absolutely. We know that. And I'm not gonna take that away. But he wasn't to the standard that we play. So I'm putting him in the bad category, right? 17 for 33, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns and the interception, right? And the interception, that was pure Josh Allen, inaccurate. If you guys go back and look at that interception, the ball was behind Stephon Diggs, which turned into a turnover interception. So I'm not sure what's going on with Josh Allen. And I'm not saying it's a problem that's going to persist all year long. He went against good competition. But elite players and players that we deem as MVP caliber can't have games like this. Can't have games like this. But Rico, we're not expected to have 300-yard games all the time. And we won 35-0. We did. So let me go back. I just want to give you guys an example of that, because a lot of people want to bring that up, right? Yo, you tripping, man. Like, what you worried about? You don't be the stats. Don't be watching the stats and stuff. It's not about watching the stats, man. It's about taking advantage of open receivers to make your job easier. Yet let these guys do the yak. Put them in position to do what you do. But I'm not sure what's going on. So let's go to our guy, Aaron Rodgers, right? A lot of people, he's the reigning MVP. He didn't light the boards up. He had 255 yards, nothing crazy, but he was efficient. 22 of 27, right? And he had a passer rating of 45, and he put up 4 touchdown passes. And I'm bringing this up for a reason, because We put up 35 points. I get that part. But like if we only won 20 nothing or whatever the case the score is, but Josh Allen was efficient and he only had 179 yards, I'll be okay with it. Taking what the defense gives you, but like there was too many missed opportunities, and we're not used to this. I just hope that we just played good competition and that he gets his act together, because we're going up against two very good teams, the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm not overlooking the Washington football team. I'm not overlooking the Texans with David Mills. I'm just saying that Josh is a little off, and I'm hoping that he gets his act together. I hope that the offense, can find that rhythm, because right now I've been saying it since last week, just out of rhythm. They're just out of rhythm. So I'm hoping that he comes back and silences many other Bills fans and says, shut the F up. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna tweak it. And the thing that I love about what Josh's position is right now is he knows that he's not playing up to par. He's aware. Do you not see him on the sideline? Forget that. Go back to the Texans game. When they lost that game, Josh had that look. Everybody knows that look that Josh had on his face. Well, guess what? There was the same look in that game. So everybody's like, "Oh, we won 35-0. You should be happy about it." Was Josh happy about it? Did Josh look elated about it? When I saw him on the sideline, he was not. He didn't look great. Yes, they won, but personally, he knows he didn't play well. But he took advantage of what we needed to take advantage of by getting the points on the board and being 4 for 4 in the red zone. So I'll take that all day. But there is a little something off with our guy, Mr. Josh Allen. Sheldon says, "Yo, Rico, that sounded like when Josh Allen played Seattle. Remember? He was on fire. Yo, he lit up Seattle. He was on fire for Seattle. But this is a new year, man. And this is a what have you done for me lately? And right now we have 2 games from Allen that are subpar, and we're not used to that. So for me, I have to now, and I don't want to, but I have to temper my expectations. I have to temper my expectations for Josh Allen, because he gave us, I'm not saying that is an anomaly that he gave us last year, because he had a monster year, but I can't sit there and expect him to do the very same thing. You know what I'm saying? This is year 4. Teams are going to do film. They're going to figure him out. They're going to do all these things. So is he going to work around the adversity of trying to figure things out and trying to get back into the books? I have no idea. I'm sure he will. He's a professional. But I personally have to temper my expectations. For real. Because if I have my expectations up here, I'm going to be disappointed every time he plays a game. I have to now really look at the game for what it is and just say, you know what? Did we win the game? Cool. Let's keep it moving. Very difficult for me too, because I love the high scoring. I love the 300-yard games, and I love all that stuff, but it's not going to happen every game. I gotta be clear on that. I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers had a poo-poo game the first game. You know what I'm saying? And he came back and bounced back, had a pretty damn good game, man. 22 for 27, very efficient. You know what I mean? 9 yards of pass. Josh Allen sitting at 5 yards of pass. What's going on? Execution. He's not executing. 51% completion percentage. That's not the Josh that we had from last year. So something needs to give. We got to figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out over time, but it's not good. It's not good. So now that we got that out of the way, and am I off? Are you guys disagreeing with my assessment on the player Josh Allen in this previous game? By any means, I'm not saying he's terrible, he's bad. It just wasn't a good game for Josh. It wasn't. For him personally, it wasn't a great game. He made some good plays, that really nice play to Stephon Diggs, but it was underthrown. And another thing too, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but this floating business, he's putting a little too much touch on these passes. Like, what's going on? I'm not understanding what's happening, man. And I'm sure he's probably like, shit, too much. Okay, last time I overshot Emmanuel Sanders. Let me take off a little bit. But now he's taking off way too much, where these balls are almost getting intercepted. Fam, let's get it together, man. Dang, man. Like, I want this team to have so much success so badly. And when I see these things that I'm like, I'm not accustomed to this. I freak out, man. So as a fan, I'm like, man, let's get it together. Let's do what we got to do, and let's go out there and get that dub. And which we did. We got the dub, 35-0, and the defense came through. But damn, Josh, we got to get it, baby. We got to get it. We got to get it. I don't know what's going on, man. You throwing off your back foot. You know what I'm saying? You're not settled at your feet. I see it. And a whole lot of people see it. I know you see it too. You know what I'm saying? You're not settled, man. Let's get settled. You had some really good plays too. He was rolling to his right and hit Stephon Diggs on a side angle. Bang. Love that. But the easy throws, man, you got to get that shit, man. You got to get that. So that's, for me, that was what stood out to me as the bad. I can't really think of anything else that was bad in that game, because how could you with 35-0? You know what I'm saying? I wish we would have put more, 50 points, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So moving on. The ugly. What was ugly about this game? I'll tell you one thing that was really ugly. The fact that the Dolphins scored 0 points. That is some nastiness. That's ugly, man. That is ugly. You know what else is ugly? This taunting business. These refs are out here out of their freaking minds. You have men playing a violent game, super ultra competitive, and they make a play. They want to, get under the other guy's skin and, talking shit, and you're going to sit there and take and deflate, you know what I'm saying, the momentum of a team by giving a flag. Yo, stop that nonsense, man. Stop that. These refs got it. Yo, stop involving yourself too much in this game and impacting the game, man. Stop that. Around the league, it was disgusting. All these refs calling these weak ass calls, man. Stop that shit. These refs are getting too much involved in this game. They're way too involved in impacting this game with these stupid ass flags. Yo, cut that shit out. I'm getting sick of it, man. But for me, that was ugly. The refs and their bad officiating with weak ass flags throwing, and the Dolphins not scoring any points. That's ugly. That's nasty, man. You in the NFL, you got to score points, man. I hope we don't ever fall into that, because then I'm going to have to eat crow. But damn, like 35-0? Not even a field goal? Yo, shout out to the defense once again, man. That defense, they stole the show. The defense stole the show. That's real, man. For real. So when it comes to the ugly, give it to me, guys. What do you guys have as ugly? What is ugly, or what was ugly in this game? Donkey says, yo, whatever it costs to get Palmer on site, Allen can pay it. I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you, for real. Palmer says, yo, trade TD Jesus to Green Bay for a fourth and re-sign John Brown. For what? What are we re-signing John Brown for? For what? For what? We got Emmanuel Sanders, man. We're fine. We're good. We got Cole Beasley. We got Gabe Davis. We are just fine. Trust and believe that. We are just fine. So John Henry says, yo, what was ugly was Bass' first miss. There was a little pressure on that. There was a lot of pressure for him to kick that. But yeah, that was a wide. He shanked that heavy. He definitely did shank that. That was a tough one to knock down. But I think it was like at the end of the first half or something like that, at the end of the quarter. I know there was like time was running out, and he just shanked that. I looked at that, I was like, it is what it is. It'll happen. But that was a bad miss. It wasn't like it was just short. That thing was like way wide. So yeah, I hear that, man. A Fox says, yo, fumbles, both Singletary Moss. Thank you very much. That is ugly. Yo, we can't have you guys as our running backs of the team and you sitting there turning the ball over. The running back, that's one rule. One rule, and that coaches can't stand, is when running backs cough up the ball. That's your job, is to carry that football. You are a ball carrier. Carry that football high and tight. Keep that shit. Nobody's getting to that. But you guys are just running around with a loaf of bread. You ain't Shady McCoy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all gotta cut out. You guys gotta cut that out, man. Because these fumbles are gonna kill us. You can't do that against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. You can't do that against a team like the Tennessee Titans. You can't do that against the LA Rams. You cannot. Turning the ball over does us no good. Cut that shit, man. Y'all gotta stop. So you're absolutely right, A Fox. These fumbles, you gotta chill on these fumbles, man. Real talk. Sal Agro says, yo, what is ugly is you gaslighting Josh. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. Sal Agro doesn't want to hear the truth. Sal Agro is going to talk about, oh, but Josh was good. He was fine. Stop it. Stop doing that. Nah, fam. You could call it for what it is. This is like, listen, I'm not your typical fan that is going to, like, everything is kumbaya just because we won 35-0. No way, no how. You can win a game and absolutely annihilate a team, but still find where you can improve. And right now, can you honestly say that Josh had a good game? Honestly, can anybody honestly say that Josh had a good game? And if you are, you're a damn liar. Sal Agro, I don't want to believe that shit. Stop that. You better take that shit somewhere else. Not over here, fam. Not over here. What wasn't ugly, the Dolphins cheerleaders. Man, those cheerleaders, are we ever going to bring the Jills back? Are the Jills ever coming back to the Bills? Oh, man, we got to talk about that, man, for real. We haven't had the Jills in years, but come on, man. We can bring them back. Oh, we can't bring them back. Probably they're going to make an excuse. We can't bring them back. COVID. Sure. Whatever. My man Jonesy says, when are we going to see Boogie? Boogie Basham, right now, that's 2 games inactive. So we probably are not going to see Boogie for a minute. Because, I mean, Zimmer playing nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, F.A. Obata, like, we're probably going to see F.A. Obata next week. So that's more chances Boogie doesn't play. I mean, unless it asks for, you know what I'm saying, we get injured or the type of team we're playing needs beef up front. That's when you'll see Boogie. But I think we might see Boogie inactive for quite some time unless injuries start to really pile up. So I don't know. That's a tricky one, but I can't see him playing anytime soon. It might be the trend for him to be inactive unless something happens. The Jills are toast. Yeah, maybe they are, man. Ahmad Mathis says, you're nitpicking Josh Rico, man. He didn't have a good game, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't good either. And part of the segment is good, bad, and ugly. What am I just going to leave Josh and ignore his play? Come on now. I wouldn't be real if I wasn't. I got to be real. The segment is good, bad, and ugly. Josh didn't play good, but I'm not going to ignore him and leave him off the list completely. He's the quarterback of the team. And let's just say we play a team that, like Washington, that's got a pretty damn good defense. And our defense is let's just say our defense is struggling against Tyler Henneke and Gibson and Terry McLaurin. Let's just say, highly doubt it. And we can't put any points on the board. Then you're going to be, oh, man, what the hell's going on? Well, this is the time to address it. Come on now. And it's not like he's not addressing himself. Trust and believe that. It's not like he's not addressing himself. That's a fact. Dawn Keith, what's up, my girl? She said, Matt Hack is slow. 3 seconds longer per punt. He drags his foot, almost makes it like it's an extra step. Fam, I was paying attention to Matt Hack, and I'm going to tell you, you're not wrong with what you're saying, man. He's got and I talked about it last show. He gets the punt. Most guys, I've seen these punters, man. They have a way to hold the ball. A lot of them are different, but this guy grabs it, brings it down, head is down completely, and he's not even paying attention to what's ahead. And I guess you're not supposed to. You know what I mean? You focus on your job and your task. But every time it feels like these guys are getting close. And I'll tell you right now, the film is showing that you can get close to him. So guess what? There's going to be, I can foresee that he's going to get blocked again. He will get blocked again with how long he's taking to freaking get rid of that ball off his foot. I can definitely see that. But I mean, we'll see, man. We shall see. Joey Horn says, if Rodgers or Mahomes threw for Allen's numbers, Bills fans would be going off saying he played terrible. If Rodgers or Mahomes threw for Allen's numbers, Bills fans would be going off saying they played terrible. You know what? They probably would. Right? What? Mahomes only threw for 125 yards or 130 yards, right? And let me tell you right now, Kansas City fans would be like, whoa, that's not normal. That's not a good game from him because he's created a standard. You know what I'm saying? We've created a standard. Now, unless you want me to now temper my expectations, because I'm going to have to, but I don't want to. I want that high-flying offense that we had last year. I want that premium quarterback that we paid $250 million. $250 doesn't give me 179 yards. We did get the win, but my quarterback, it doesn't throw 51 yards, 51%, 179 yards, throwing an interception and 2 touchdowns. Like those are numbers like that is Tyler Henneke. And even then, I don't know if Tyler Henneke even gave those numbers. So let's stop with this. Like, we can't criticize our team. I hate that, man. That's the part of being a fan. You love your team, but you can still criticize them at the same time. Or constructive criticism, however you want to call it. You can still kind of say, we could improve here. No different than when we were talking about the O-line, no different than when we were talking about our defense last year that couldn't get after the rush. We liked Mario Addison. We liked Jefferson. We liked Ed Oliver, but we kept it real. So why can't we keep it real with a damn quarterback? Man, y'all, come on, fam. I'm not playing that game with y'all, man. Y'all know me better than that. If you follow me for me keeping it as real as possible, right? So come on now, let's stop that. King Thriller says, yo, Rico, when Tua got hurt, the Dolphins cheerleaders were like, okay, this is our time to shine. Yo, because everyone knew Miami was freaking screwed. Yo, yo, you're a fool, man. But yeah, man, like, listen, the ugly, let me tell you, the ugly comes down to like the refs, the fumbles definitely, whoever made that point earlier, the fumbles, nah, we can't be fumbling like that. Just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But not a lot of ugly in this game. Not a lot of ugly in this game. So shout out to this whole team. The whole team did fantastic overall. I think that we showed out. We answered the bell. We answered the call. So you know what I mean? Bounce back from a loss, and we came back and put a. I mean, they laid a goose egg. We crushed it, 35-0. That's how it should be done. That's how you bounce back. That's a big bounce back. No different from the Packers. Packers got humiliated by the Saints, and then they bounced back against the Detroit Lions. Not a team that is supposed to, you know what I mean, compete heavily, but they came back and bounced back like they should. And your quarterback leads the way with a 145 QB rating, with 255 yards and 4 touchdown passes. That's how you bounce back. Facts. You feel me? So anyway, but we'll keep it that way. Some people don't want to hear me talk badly about Josh Allen. Don't talk about my quarterback that way. You in the wrong place for that, babe. You in the wrong place. Yo, play it forward. Bills versus KC or Tampa. We are a corner short, and we still can't block Chris Jones or the Tampa Bay front. Get Spencer Brown on the field. Also, Russo is a monster. John DeMarchi, you are not wrong. John DeMarchi, you are not wrong. You've been speaking the praises of Russo for a while now, and it's gonna come time that we do it. But the line play, they just extended their time together as that formidable five. They just extended their time, because right now against the Dolphins, they didn't play so bad. They did not play so bad. But I guarantee you, if they put up a stinker again and Josh was just unsettled, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. We are going to be looking at a new line. I say by week 4, we might have a new O-line in. Darrell Williams, I don't know, man. Darrell Williams is not really playing lights out at right tackle. I'm a little concerned about Darrell Williams' play so far. I've been paying attention to Darrell Williams, man, and he's just looking like a pedestrian O-line. He's just all right. I don't know what's happening, man. My man got a little money in his pocket, and right now he's just playing okay. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this plays. We'll see how this plays out, man. We'll see how this plays out. G says, yo, Bills fans, ride or die. Damn it. You damn right. It's ride or die. I've been watching this team for too long, man. Watching them lose like crazy. So it's not going to change. That shit ain't going to change, my peoples. It's not going to change. Yo, one more thing, man. One more thing. Groot. Yo, you not wrong, fam. You are not wrong about that, man. Groot is special, man. I'm looking forward to more and seeing Groot play out, man. I like what I see, man. I like what I see from Groot. My man said, I told you, man. There's one time at bank. Yo, you stupid. Yo, Kyle Brandt said it perfect, man. Who cares if Allen wins MVP? But he needs to lead us to a ring. I agree, because MVP standards are facing people like poster boy Mahomes. A Super Bowl shows his eliteness. I mean, Super Bowl, I mean, the MVP, that's for your individual, you know what I'm saying, accolades. You feel me? You do well and you get rewarded, right? But at the same time, Super Bowl is always the goal. Super Bowl is always the goal, man. So if we win the Super Bowl, shit, ain't nobody talking about what Allen did in week 2. Trust and believe. Ain't nobody talking about what Allen did in week 9. You know what I mean? So the goal is always to win the Super Bowl, whether you get the damn ring or not. I mean, shit, look at Aaron Rodgers won the MVP last year and fell short to get to the Super Bowl. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But right now we in week 2. And so far, looking at our quarterback that just got paid $250 million, looking at our quarterback that, you know what I'm saying, that played the Pittsburgh Steelers that just got waxed by the Raiders. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things, man. It's just interesting at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's just what it is. So folks, before I get out of here, we got to talk about a few more things. And the one thing that I do want to talk about, hold on a second. My man New Mexico says, yo, Rico, by the 2 games between KC and Tennessee will tell us everything about our offensive line weaknesses. Our offensive line weaknesses were exposed week 1. We only somewhat got it together week 2. To this coming game right now against the Washington football team, we're about to find out what this line is made of, because that's a very good team on that. You got Chase Young, you got Montez Sweat. Let me just go look at this roster right now, because y'all got me messed up, man. Like this, we cannot sleep on this Washington football defense. We cannot sleep on that team, man. Real talk. Y'all think I'm playing? Nah, man. This Washington defense is going to give us fits. We're playing 3 decent defenses. Very well coached teams. You know what I'm saying? First coach, Tomlin. Nice. Flores, very good coach. Defensive coach. Straight. Now you're going up against Ron Rivera, a very good coach. Come on, fam. I'm looking for Washington. There we go. So, like, looking at this defense from the Washington, man, like, we cannot play games with this team, man. You got Landon Collins, still a good safety. Jonathan Allen on the interior, on the line. Come on, man. Jamin Davis, rookie Jamin Davis is going to be playing. Montez Sweat. Chase Young. Fam, like, this is a good team. This is a good defensive team, man. So, Deron Payne is on that squad. Like, we have our hands cut out. We're going to have our did I say, is that right? Our hands cut out? We're gonna have a hard time. We're gonna have a hard time. So we gotta plan for this thing and really get this thing going, man. This if you think we're just gonna walk all over Tyler Heinicke and his team, think twice. Think twice. Tyler Heinicke's playing pretty decent. If you look at Tyler Heinicke's numbers right now, he's actually got same numbers as Josh Allen. Same numbers as Josh Allen. Josh Allen we see as an elite quarterback, just not playing like one right now, but an elite quarterback. So Heinicke is not some bum. He can play, and it's showing right now. You saw how he's playing on prime time, and then you can and have that defense locked up with him. Y'all better stop playing, man. Y'all better stop playing. This is a good Washington defense. This is a good Washington team. You know what I'm saying? They had no business winning that game against the Giants. That's for damn sure. But it's still a decent team, man. Yo, Tyler Heinicke, last game, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And Terry McLaurin is a problem. So we got to make sure we're on that. Logan Thomas, we got to make sure we're on that, man. They got some good receivers on that squad. And our linebackers got to be ready for the McKissick and Gibson. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We'll see how this plays out. We just got to bottle these guys up, play our defense, get after it, and really neutralize whatever this little hype that Tyler Heinicke is getting right now. We got to bite that in the ass. No way. We can't have that shit no more. You know what I mean? Justin Walker says, yo, we need to be able to hold our own against the best teams' rushers, man. Miami's a bottom half when it comes to pass rush, which made our O-line look good by default. Some might say that. Emmanuel Ogba's not bad. Phillips didn't have a great game. Christian Wilkins didn't have a solid game. And we give credit to the O-line's adjustments, though. Give credit to O-line adjustments. We did much better, but we didn't play the likes. A Montez Sweat can get around the bend. Darrell Williams, I'm already worried about Darrell Williams. Deion Dawkins hasn't been 100%. We all known it. We've all seen it. And he's going up against a very hungry, young Chase Young. And our interior line is the worst part of our O-line. And they're going up against Darren Payne and Jonathan Allen. Fam, we got ourselves a ball game going on in Washington. So with the trenches, we better come with it. We better come with it, man, because we might mess around and take another L. We can't have that. We don't let this game that we just played wipe everything out. But I think our defense is too damn good, and I think we will prevail. But I need to see something from Josh Allen. I think we all do. I think we all need to see that bounce back game. The same way the defense bounced back and came and blanked the freaking Miami Dolphins out, we want to see the offensive side come out and the receivers just go ham. Just go all over Washington and make Washington look like the chumps that they are. That's what we need. We found out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be trying to jump on Washington football fan. I'm gonna try to have a Washington football fan on our show on Friday and see how they're thinking. And then we can, you know what I mean? We'll go from there, man. We definitely go from there. So let's get to it. Last segment of the show. We're giving away mics. We're giving away mics today, man. It's the 5 mics. That's a new little segment I've come up with. 5 mic. We're doing the mic check. It's the mic check. Who were the stars of the game? Who are we giving microphones to? You know what I'm saying? We're giving 5 mics. Who do you feel deserves the 5 mics of this previous game? By the way, before we get into that, I got to give a shout out to my guy, Sergio Chavez. Chavez is, hoping for a Bills win this weekend. Going to watch my first ever game in Buffalo. Can't wait. Bucket list trip. Anyone from the Buffalo Fanatics going to go. I won't be there. I know that my man Z-Bot's got season tickets, so I think he definitely might be there. I know Clay definitely might be there. I know those are guys that have season tickets over there. So, give them a shout, man. Maybe you guys can meet up with them, man, and say what's up. So, absolutely, man. Enjoy the game when you guys go over there, man, for real. Zach Moss took Elandon Roberts' soul on that 1-yard TD run. Man, John, we talked about that, man. He absolutely destroyed Elandon Roberts. Roberts did not know what he was coming at, and Roberts had a downhill 7 to 8 yard strike to just annihilate that running back. The hole opened up. It was me against you. Who's going to take it? And boy, did he feel that. Whew, that's a big stinger. All right. So 5 mics. Who we giving them 5 mics to? John Marsh says, we're giving 1 to Greg Rousseau. The second one to AJ Epinesa, Taron Johnson, Matt Milano. Ooh, you can't give Moss Singletary. You got to give 1. You got to give 1. You got to give 1 mic to 1 guy. You can't make them share the mic. They ain't gonna go up on stage and appreciate that award together. They ain't doing that. But I like that list. That list is freaking solid. Corey Buffalo, AJ Epinesa, 5 mics to my guy AJ Epinesa. I like that. So here's the one. 1 mic, AJ Epinesa. That boy was he was relentless. He was after that quarterback. His motor ran hot. He just was not able to be stopped. He was just on one. Dude had 9 pressures. 9 pressures. Listen, I think that's tied for the most pressures in the game. Dude, AJ Epinesa is on fire right now. And if Coach McDermott knows what's good for him, and McDermott and Leslie Frazier, play that man. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys realize it. Where's my phone at? But there was a snap count. You want to know the snap count of AJ Epinesa? AJ Epinesa had a great snap count. How many he was on the field? Check this out. Greg Rousseau was on the field 66% of the time. Yet 49 snaps. Where's my guy AJ Epinesa? AJ Epinesa was on the field 46% of the time with 9 pressures. Jerry Hughes was on the field at the same time as AJ Epinesa. Jerry Hughes is the guy that we paid a lot of money to, and he's a veteran guy. And he is playing the same amount of time as AJ Epinesa. What does that tell you? AJ Epinesa is coming up. He is coming up and eventually may take over as a starting, the starting right defensive end. The way he's playing right now, and in 34 snaps. Yeah, in 34 snaps, 9 pressures. That means get him on the field more. But I know the philosophy. The philosophy is keep rotating these motherfuckers, keep going. Because that way they can stay hot and their motor runs hot and you can get after the quarterback all day, every day. But man, AJ Epinesa was nice. So Mike 1, AJ Epinesa. Mike 2, Taron Johnson. Whew. Taron Johnson lays the lumber. He don't care. He's a $180, maybe a $180, a $185. And he hits you like he's a 225-pound linebacker, 240 linebacker. This boy don't care who you are. He will lay the lumber. He was in coverage. He was tackling well. He was disruptive. He was blitzing off the edge. Taron Johnson was a problem. It's so much that he was a problem. My guy, Matt Perino, was asking a question. He's about to say, guys, so Taron doesn't even finish the sentence. Jordan Poyer's like, dog. That boy's a dog, man. I don't care what anybody tells him. One of the best nickel corners in the game. He's a dog. When your own teammates talk about you like that, you know you're impactful. No different than when Derek Carr was talking about Zay Jones on national TV, getting interviewed, and you give praise to your teammate. Primo, Taron Johnson deserves this mic. Mic check, Taron Johnson. Mic check, AJ Epinesa. All right, we got 3 more mics to give out. Who are you giving it to? Here's my 3rd mic. You ready for it? Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary, let me tell you something, man. Devin Singletary came in and played in the first game. You're like, all right, cool. Probably an anomaly. He's 72 yards. Yeah, it was cool. He busted out a couple long runs and, cool. I didn't expect Devin Singletary to have the type of game he had, man. You know what I'm saying? Had they gave him the ball a little bit more, I'm sure he would have cracked 100. But the fact that that man busted out for 46 yards and was running well, give it to him. I need you to clean up on them freaking them fumbles. But I got to give my third mic to Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary does deserve that mic. I was going to go to Zach Moss's way, but I need more touches from Zach Moss. And that fumble was a nasty fumble. I didn't like that fumble. That fumble kind of threw me off. But Motor deserves that mic. So mic check. AJ Epinesa. Mic check. Teron Johnson. Mic check. You know what I'm saying? My guy, Devin Singletary. We got two more mics to give. Who you giving your mic to? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Who you giving your mic to? I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm looking at the chat. Who you giving it to? My man Joshua Gordon says, "Yo, give it to Starla Tulule." I can't give it to Starla Tulule. Sorry, fam. There was way too many other guys that were balling out that I can't give it to him. Who you guys got? Mic check, mic check. All right, here's mine. Greg Rousseau. Greg Rousseau, right now, is showing me a lot. He's showing me that the game is not too big for him. He can play with the best of them, and he's impactful. Like, I saw him many times push back the line and buckle these guys' knees, and just he's too much. He's too much for these guys, man. So I'm giving my fourth mic to my guy Greg Rousseau. My boy came out to play. Just a solid player, man. Solid player. Shout out to my guy. Last but not least, fifth mic, Matt Milano. Matthew Milano. Inside, outside, blitzing, coverage. Dude, he's playing lights out, man. He's playing lights out, and he's having fun. A little money in your pocket, you're signed, you're long-term. You know you're going to be Buffalo for a long time. My guy's playing lights out. So shout out to my guy, Matt Milano. So we're going to do a mic check recount. Mic check, mic check. So we got AJ Epinesa, Teron Johnson, Devin Singletary, Greg Rousseau, and Matt Milano. Those are your 5 mics checks of the game. So 5 mics are going to my guys. So the 5 mics, obviously, they replaced the 5 stars. They're still the 5 stars of the game. I loved it. I loved their play. It was great. I'm hoping that we can twist it. I can give more to the offensive side of the ball. I'm looking forward to it. But this defense stole the show. Defense absolutely stole the show. So now we got to bring all that heat to Washington. Washington is where it's at. We've got to make sure that we take on Washington and bring the best of it, because I'm going to tell you right now, man, Washington is going to be problematic. I think that people are sleeping on Washington, but I really hope that we don't. They're a very well-coached team with Ron Rivera. They got a good, solid running back in McKissick and Daniel and Gibson. I was going to call him Daniel Gibson. Booby Gibson. And we got Gibson. So, and they got a scary receiver in Terry McLaurin. Terry reminds me very much of Stephon Diggs, man. Terry's nice. Terry McLaurin can play. He can definitely play. So it's a damn good thing that we got a shutdown corner in Trey White. Trey White is going to have his hands full. So we got to make sure that we're on top of it. And we got to make sure that we overwhelm the offensive line of the Washington football team. We really do, because we have an opportunity to take full advantage, because our guys are just hot right now. So if we bring that steam, bring all that heat to this defense and to the offensive line of the freaking Washington football team, then we got ourselves something, man. We really do. John DeMarchi says, "Yo, Gabe Davis was hurt, played in limited snaps, and toughed it out, mostly as a blocker." Yes, he did. Actually, he had I think he was on the field like 13 times. He had 13 snaps on the field, so he wasn't on the field very much at all. So shout out to Mr. Gabe Davis. So just to give you guys a snap count of this defense. So Trey White played 91% of the snaps. We're going to need every snap of Trey White, because Terry McLaurin is going to be playing every snap on that squad, right? Jordan Poyer as well, 82%. Matt Milano played 82%. Teron Johnson played 81%. Talk about being a nickel defense, right? That's going to be dope. Greg Rousseau, 66%. Dane Jackson was on the field. Yo, let's talk about that. Dane Jackson was on the field, 64%, played 47 snaps. Our guy, who was our guy? Levi Wallace played 27 snaps. Now, is that to do with him cramping up, and some people are saying, hey, he was hurt, don't worry about it, he was cramping up? Or does it have more to do with there's a tide changing? That first game that he played kind of really exposed them. So Dane Jackson, get ready. These two are neck and neck for the spot. So you're going to see a lot of that going back and forth. So hopefully we stick to one guy that can really take it. Levi Wallace is probably going to have the edge, but don't sleep on Dane Jackson, because Dane Jackson had 47 snaps, that's 64% of the game. You feel me? So Tremaine Edmonds, obviously he got hurt. He played 45 snaps. And Ed Oliver played 54% of the game, 40 snaps. And then Zimmer, Addison, Butler, Epinesa, and then going down. So, folks, this was a way to cap this game. We're going to talk way more on Washington's defense on Friday, Washington's offense and the Washington game altogether. I'm going to try to have a guest with me so we can talk about this team and really make this really dissect this team and see what these Washington football fans are really feeling. Are they shook? Are they scared of this Bills defense? Or are they feel like, man, we ain't going to do it? Because I read a quote, and Ron Rivera was like, yo, if you want to measure to see how well you are and how good your team is, play a team like the Buffalo Bills. He ain't wrong. We're a solid team. But we can't have these guys coming in and saying, hey, we can match up with you guys. No. We got to put you in the basement where you belong. You know what I'm saying? We have goals, man. We're trying to go back to the conference championship, you know what I'm saying? And we got to handle business. So right now we're 1-1. You know what I'm saying? We're tied with the rest of the damn AFC East and the whole league. The whole league is a lot of parity, man. The Ravens came to play. They took down the Kansas City Chiefs. That was a damn good game. Lamar Jackson's looking like a freaking quarterback, folk. Y'all playing, man. He's looking like a damn quarterback. He's looked good this year. I got to give it to him. You know, Baker Mayfield's playing all right. So, man, Josh is that dude. We need Josh to be up there again. You know what I'm saying? Stop pressing. Relax. You know what I'm saying? And do what you do, baby. Come on now. I love this team too damn much. I love my quarterback too damn much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm hating. I'm not. I'm just calling for what it is, man. I want greatness for my damn team. I want greatness for my quarterback, and he's got to bring it. And right now, he's not playing great. So we need that shit. You feel me? Anyway, that's it for me, folks. You guys always are great. You guys always come out and show love. There's 192 people in this bitch. Do me a favor, smash that like before you get out of here. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. You guys will not be sorry. I'm telling you, this season is just getting underway. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it, man. We got the Washington football team. Then we got the Texans coming up. Those should be 2 wins that we should be able to get. And then we go on and take on the juggernauts, Kansas City and Tennessee. That is going to show us where we lie. We're going to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Have yourself a fantastic week. We got Z-Bot up next tomorrow. He'll be coming up and showing up on your TV screens, on your laptops or whatever with the smoke break. We're back at it again with the air raid hour, and then back at it again on Friday with your boy. So, folks, big game. Washington football team, Buffalo Bills, we got away with it 35-0 against the Miami Dolphins, the mini-me Dolphins. We don't call them Miami no more. Mini-me. They ain't shit. Squish the fish. That's how we do it. So, folks, be great to one another. Be good. You know what I'm saying? Stay healthy. And make sure that you take care of each other. And until next time, it's your boy. And I'm gone.